first.
Okay, we're going to get started in a couple minutes, and actually we're going to get started now. I'd like to introduce you to Steve Greenbaum, who is the owner of our property. Steve.
Thanks, Michelle.
You're welcome.
So it's great to be here on this occasion. It's obviously sad because we're remembering our friend and family member, Debbie Cook. But the one thing that I'm certain Debbie would say if she were here is, I don't want anybody being sad. I want everybody to be living life to its fullest. I want everybody to be smiling and laughing and having as much fun as they possibly can, because that's who Debbie was. And we bought this building, and I first met Debbie back in 2008. So it was a long time that I knew her, and I obviously didn't have the close relationship with Debbie that all of the residents did and the staff at our other buildings in the area. But I like to think that I had a special relationship with her nonetheless, as I have with, I think, the managers at the other buildings in the area. Debbie was a character, and I say that with the highest form of respect I can say. She was just a very special person, and it's unfortunate that she left us too young and too soon. And the hope is that with this beautiful bench here in Debbie's memory, that her spirit will live on here at Keystone, as I know it does with all of us. I can't help but smile when I think of Debbie, even though it's sad that she's not here. I just feel extremely lucky that I met her and that I got to spend a little bit of my life being friends with somebody as unique and as special as Debbie Cook. Again, extend condolences to the family, all of the residents here at the building who really were like family to Debbie. I know how much she cared about everybody that lived in the building and everybody that worked with her, whether here or at some of the other properties. So thank you all for coming. I hope that all the residents of the building enjoy this bench as much as Debbie would want you all to enjoy the bench. And with that, I'll turn it over to Kathy Gammon, her longtime friend. Where's Kathy? She's there.
Taking a video. Well, I knew Debbie in a very different way. I grew up with Debbie my whole life and her family, and they are my family. I spend my holidays with them, and I love them very much. Debbie was a good soul. She just had a way of caring about individual people in a very different way, individually, you know, and nothing was a bother to her, and she tried to help. You know, maybe she, you know, was able to help and able not to help. I know personally for me, I was in a job that I did not like, and she called, and I used to go down to her house and update my resume on her computer because I didn't have one. And she called me up at work one day and she said to me that there was a job opening up at Delaware Tower working with Fran, who I had known for a very long time. And I'm on the phone at work and she's there, I have your resume. And I said, I know you do. And she said, I'm home and I'm going to send it. And I said, no, don't do that. And she says, oh yes, I'm going to send it. She said, you need to get out of that dead-end job you don't like. And she says, I'm going to send it. And I said, please wait till I get home. And she goes, oops, there it goes. And she sent it. And I got the call. And I interviewed with Urban Innovations at the time and Fran up there. And I got the job. And I took it. And then I became a manager. And I went up there. And that was the best thing Debbie ever did for me. because she knew that I did not like my job. And that was some of the things that she would do for people. She'd try and help, you know, and I lived in the same neighborhood with her, and we had a lot of fun as kids. My mother and her mother were best friends, and my mother learned how to drive, and we'd all go, my brother, me, Don, and Debbie, we'd go to the mall every Friday night and have pizza. But you wouldn't want to drive with Debbie. Driving with Debbie was a trip, and one trip we went on, and she just had the windshield fixed in her vehicle. And we were down the line, and we got caught in traffic, and we were 2 hours sitting on the highway. Finally, it started moving, and there was a dump truck in front of us. And on the back of the dump truck, it said, "Stay back 25 feet." And she was in a hurry. She wanted to get home because it was starting to get dark, and she was right up on this dump truck. And when Debbie drove and she meant to drive and get where she wanted to go, right up on that steering wheel she'd be. And of course, a rock came out of the truck and chipped the windshield. And her temper flared, and she got up the side of that truck and she's yelling, "Pull the F over, pull the F over." And the guy's looking at her like, "You're crazy, lady." And she's driving like this. Franny and I are trying to calm her down and everything, and I'm going, "Deb, I'm there. The sign said, stay 25 feet back." "I don't care," she goes. "Pull over, pull over." She's next to him. But when she got mad, she got mad. But when she loved you, she loved you. And that's the Debbie that I know. And she was a good person and a good soul. And I miss her every day. I look out my window and I look at her house every day. And I just wait to see her in the backyard, and she's not there. And I miss her. She was my friend. And I think she was all your friends. And please remember her in your heart forever. And she'd be sitting on this bench doing poses. I'm telling you, she'd have the outfit on and ask what you thought of it. And she'd be sitting there, "Let me see that picture." "Oh, I don't like that one." You'd have to take another one. It has to be perfect. Just like that. And that's our Debbie. And please remember her always. Thank you.
Hi everybody, thank you. I'm Debbie's sister Donna. I just want to thank you all for coming here today. Debbie is one person I know who always said she loved her job. She loved her job. Not many people can say that. She did. Debbie was a great person. I think most of you know that. She was my sister, my last sibling, and I lost her way too soon. And I miss her every day, and I will miss her every day. So I don't mean to rush it, but I have to get back to work. So, but thank you all for doing this. This was a beautiful tribute. Thank you.
Good. Lori?
I'm going to read a poem in memory of Debbie Cook. When the phone rings, it won't be me, because I am in heaven, you see. Whenever you see the sun, remember I'm shining down on everyone. Smile, show your love, know that I am smiling up above. Friends and coworkers, I hope you know how much I did care. Just touch your heart, because I am there. Remember all the fun we had. Please be happy, don't be sad. Remember me wherever you are. I am in heaven, I'm not very far.
Wow.
Okay. Thank you everyone for coming out. We will have some refreshments inside, and then lunch will be here about 12 o'clock, so if you'd like to stick around and have some lunch, you're more than welcome. So our community room is on the second floor, right off the elevator, and that's where lunch will be served. Okay? Thank you again for coming.
Thank you. Thank you.
Happy to.